It's nice meat stew. Oh, whoa, 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 what the hell? Whoa, damn, what the... You see that? Do you see that? Do you see what's happening right now? Do you see what's happening with me? I don't know what's happening with me. Let me fix that. Wait, what the hell? That fixed it, I guess, I think. Okay, anyway. That was the Cyno joke. We are playing the second story quest of Cyno. If you don't know who that man is, he's the jokester. You know the joke I did at the front? It's nice meat stew. It means it's nice to meet you, but you get the point. I couldn't do it as good as him. Anyway, we're playing the second story quest of Cyno. Hey, let's go. So we are going inside there. Starts, I guess. Haven't been uploading lately, you know. Busy with college and stuff. Damn it. I'm getting less and less time for making videos. It's weird. It's sad. It's sad. I wanna make some music videos,
him?
but damn it.
The old man flailing around?
Nope.
Oh, is he the one you wanted to talk to about the case?
Play. God damn it.
Correct. His name is Cyrus, a former Spontamod sage. He taught both me and Lisa.
Huh? Cyno's teacher is in trouble?
It's ridiculous. I'm just an old man who enjoys a spot of gardening, shopping, and wine. What sort of person targets an old retiree?
Professor, I've brought some friends.
Ah, Cyno. Now who do we have here? Hold on, let me think.
Wait.
A flying fairy dressed in white? A youth who does not seem to hail from this land? My goodness. You must be the legendary traveler in Paimon. I've heard all...
Wow, looks like we're really famous.
How many
I've
times?
told him about you before. You are my friends, after all. That's right. Let me summarize the situation. A couple of days ago, Professor Cyrus suddenly received a threat letter.
A threat letter?
Exactly. Who sends a threat letter to an old man like me, for goodness sake?
This is the letter in question.
Cyrus, I have uncovered your secret. If you wish to prevent it from going public, secondly, don't come looking for me. You'll never find me. But I will always be watching you and all of your secrets. Finally, if you dare to report this to the Matra... Wow, they sure didn't mince their words.
Clearly, this person must...
10 million more. What? I'm just a single retiree with nothing to my name beyond the tomatoes in my garden. Where do people think I'm hiding 10 million more, huh? In my tomatoes?
Yes.
There were no witnesses, so currently the letter is all we've got. So, Traveler, Paimon, let's put our heads...
Paimon's ready to...
All right, take a look.
The ink.
Yes. Some of the strokes are blurry.
So is there something wrong with the ink?
Possibly. And I bet the paper has something to...
Most of the paper around here is much smoother than this, and the ink is absorbed quickly so it doesn't run. This paper, meanwhile, it's very coarse-grained, almost as if it's made from some sort of plant matter.
It's certainly not the same paper as we use in the academia, but the ink is nothing special. Just regular black ink that gets a blue tinge when applied to...
So do we think the culprit has a connection with the academia or not? Wait, check this out. Look.
Agreed. The staining suggests it was a colored liquid, not plain water. It also looks like it was wiped off with a damp cloth.
A colored liquid, so...
Looks like we're thinking along similar lines. Let's go talk to Arav. There are some things on...
Who the hell is Arav? Hey, her name is Jinat. Okay, Jinat. See you later. Guys, we met Jinat earlier. Say hello to Jinat. Do I have to? Oh yeah. There's Jinat right. I mean Arav right there.
Arav.
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 Ah, there he is.
Mahamatra Cyno. Sir Cyrus. Ah, and the Traveler and Paimon. It's been a while.
Muhammad.
As such, I'm inclined to believe that the culprit in this case is a student at the academia. Somebody young and strapped for cash. Oh, one last thing. I'd start your investigation by taking a look at the cafes in the city.
Oh, of course! You think the culprit spilled their coffee on the ladder, huh?
They do look like coffee stains to me. Also, if I'm not mistaken, the letter is written on a type of scented paper that has aromatics added during the manufacturing process. The kind often provided as writing material for customers in cafes and taverns.
Ah, of course. Yes, like they sell in the gift shops. I remember now. Zaha Hadid bought some a while back. She said she was going to use it as wrapping paper for a vase.
Yes.
Understood. I'll assemble a team to investigate the points of interest immediately.
You have my gratitude.
One last thing. Send some Matra to guard the entrances and exits of Sumeru City. And change into plain clothes. Don't let them see you coming.
Will do.
Great thinking, Cyno. So, where do we think the culprit's at right now?
Somewhere. Damn. I doubt they'd go back to the cafe.
Yeah, they've probably been lying low at home waiting to see how Cyrus reacts.
You're right, Paimon.
Really? Which part?
I think I should change the
culprit's
color of
approach.
the light.
Whatever happens, they need this Mora. But
go
just
with
because
red.
they warned Professor Cyrus not to go to the Matra, doesn't mean they know what he'll do next. And crucially,
Huh? Wait, are you saying...
Wait. What happened? Arav?
found you!
It was him? Wrong thing.
What are you doing?
You wrote the threat letter.
He did?
I don't know what you're talking about. What threat letter?
I sensed someone was watching us from the shadows the moment we entered the House of Dana. You managed to stay relatively well hidden for someone reckless enough to threaten Professor Cyrus. There are a lot of people here, but we were looking specifically for Arav. Whoever followed us the whole way was likely to be the culprit.
I was just listening in, that's all. You know something big's going down when Mahamatra Cyno shows up, right? So I got a little curious. What's the big deal?
You smiled when Arav left. I saw it as clear as day.
Is smiling a crime now?
Yes.
There are coffee stains on the letter. You mixed some coffee with water, gently smeared it onto the paper, then wiped it off with a wet cloth, all to create the impression that the letter was written at a cafe. Closing off the exits to the city doesn't affect you, because you already live here. And as long as the Matra were focused on the cafes, the cafe was a red herring all along. You had to be somewhere where you could monitor the professor.
You can't pin this on me! I haven't done anything!
Really? Then why are you The innocent have no reason to fear the Matra. Your heart's racing, and your eyelids are twitching. Yeah.
I would...
Don't try anything or you'll pay the price.
Man basically forced the
That was
truth out of
over
him.
quickly, Cyno.
You're telling me. One minute I go out for a quick smoke, the next minute I see Arav already on his way back to meet up. Looked like a young guy, too. Couldn't have been much more than 30. But after what he's done, I'm a...
Everyone, it's all over.
Gosh, that was so
The culprit's name is Uraka, a 16-year-old student in the Rataoish Darshan.
Huh?
16? Cyrus thought he looked 30-something!
We checked his records. He's 16, a third-year student.
But he looks so old.
Yeah, serious.
Wait, he's
Foolish
16?
child. He's too young for the criminal life.
We questioned the culprit regarding his motives.
Oh, just spit it out.
Very well. It's our understanding that Uraka is a mediocre student who has been underperforming in his classes. He started taking extra tutoring to improve his grades, but developed a gambling habit around the same time and lost a lot of more. Down on his luck, he went to the tavern for a drink and overheard some people chatting about Sir Cyrus's comfortable retirement. They mentioned that he's always arguing about his tomato plants with some old woman on the street.
Some old woman on the street? Goodness gracious. Has that rascal attended a single one of his classes? That old woman is Kasharwar's very own professor, Zaha Hadi. How can he not know who Zaha Hadi is?
Is this going somewhere?
Oh, right, yes. So another thing. We don't just argue about tomato plants. And what are they trying to insinuate by comfortable retirement? A man grows a few vegetables and suddenly he's living a life of luxury?
Maybe it's more the fact that you have the time to grow vegetables in the first place.
Uraka mentioned he'd heard a rumor, alleging that Sir Cyrus illegally obtained a large sum of money from the desert before retiring and kept it for himself instead of... Uraka believes this money to be the reason why Sir Cyrus hasn't kept up with any academic research or other projects since his retirement. And given your advanced age, he thought...
Oh, Uraka. I'm at a loss for words.
People make up rumors all the time. I am quite confident...
Arav, you'll have to find some excuse to interrogate Uraka again later. I need you to deliver a few firm fistfuls to him on my behalf.
I completely understand how you feel, Sir Cyrus, but...
Professor,
Oh, come on. I was clearly...
Okay.
the academia will determine the appropriate disciplinary action against the student. And as for the individual spreading rumors about the professor's obsession with tomatoes and some old woman...
Who said I'm obsessed with some old woman on the street? Mind your wording or you'll start a whole new rumor. You seem confused. Uraka is just a young boy who made a very rash and very stupid decision based on some groundless rumor he heard. Besides, I didn't actually hand over any Mora to him. The whole thing sounds like all it costs me is a little reputational damage. That's all.
Please rest assured, Professor, that the academia will issue a fair...
Yes, I have no doubt about that. But as a former educator, I'd still like to have a serious conversation with the boy's parents.
we looked into the family. Both parents are merchants, and they're often away on business. They've never taken much of an active role in their children's lives.
Oh, what? You don't have to seal the evidence away yet, do you? I'd like to have that letter back for the time being, if possible. I need something concrete for when we have to show them how serious this situation is.
The relevant authorities have already reviewed the evidence and are now discussing Uraka's punishment. You can hold...
Oh, so you'll...
Give or take. Cases...
Very good. Well, thank you for all your help. Perhaps we can all go for a meal together.
My apologies, Sir Cyrus, but I have a prior commitment.
Ah, I see. Well, that's a pity. But Cyno, you have to come. Ah, and isn't Tighnari in town at the moment?
Wait, you mean Tighnari's in the city?
He is. Tighnari's master, Sir Nephis, called him and Kale to the academia to help out on a project. They should be at Nephis's office at this hour. Though I must say, I'm surprised you're extending an invitation to Tighnari. Did you do something to offend Sir Nephis?
Don't be outrageous. Nephis offends me all the time. Anyway, hurry up and fetch Tighnari. I'll head over to the tavern with... go on!
Man sounded panicked, rushed. Like he was hiding something. Hello, ladies. Kata Yun. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, she's taller than me. For a second there, I thought I was taller than her. Ha! Oh, July. Wait, I forgot the date. July 3, yeah. Zone Less Zone 0, July 3, Hoyo versus another game. Another game is coming in July 3. It's gonna be fun. Also, Wuthering Waves is out. I am willing to play it. I wanna test it. Like, it's kinda same, but the graphics is kinda different. Can't hear myself. What the hell am I saying? Right. That should be fine, I think. I always feel sleepy when playing one of these story quests or arcane quests.
Not to brag, but we never had problems like this at Ratawa Hist back when I was still teaching. And if you don't want to take my word for it, you can ask them. They were students at the time. They'll tell you what it was like, won't they?
I was out in the forest at least 4 days a week back then, thanks to a colossal workload from Master. It wrought havoc on my poor tail, so I didn't exactly keep up to date with what was going on at the academia. Most of what I know, I heard from Cyno after the fact.
Professor's become a lot more laid back in his retirement. He used to be far stricter, and was especially known for being extremely principled.
Wow. It's hard enough to stay true to your principles as a normal person. I can't imagine doing that as a sage.
It's a pity Kale wasn't around at the time. I would have happily taken her on as a student.
And then we'd have one more person who has to address Lisa as upper-class woman.
Really? Can't you just call her Lisa? She seems to prefer it when people treat her like an older sister.
Oh, believe me, back when she was a student, nothing made her happier than the younger students acknowledging her seniority.
We talking about Lisa now?
Whoa, more food? Are you sure about this? We don't want to take advantage.
Oh, don't worry about it. Order whatever you like. And if it's not enough, order some more. After all your help today, treating you to dinner is the least I can do.
I thought I heard some familiar voices. Ah, and Sir Cyrus is here as well.
Kaveh!
Oh, Kaveh, it's been a while.
Kaveh.
Zahahadi was talking about you last month.
Zahahadi.
How have you been?
I've been all right, thank you. You're looking very well, sir. I'm glad to see it.
Have you eaten yet? Care to join us?
That's awfully kind of you, but I had a late lunch, so I'm not really hungry just yet. I'll have dinner a little bit later tonight. I just came to Lombard's to buy some wine, and when I heard some voices I recognized, I thought I'd come and say hello. So what's the occasion, anyway? Some sort of celebration?
Consolation, more like. You wouldn't believe the day I've had.
Sounds like things have really gone downhill since I was there. My whole time as a student, I've never heard of anything remotely like that.
I can't believe how young the guy is. What are his parents going to think?
Young people are always more susceptible to making rash and ill-advised decisions. Their minds are still developing. It's just an unfortunate fact of life. But still, this boy has some nerve. Just look at what he wrote. Oh, it makes my blood boil.
Wow, yeah. Jeez.
I will always be watching you and all of your secrets. And then he just followed you into the house of Dana?
If this were my son, he'd get the scolding of a lifetime. Oh.
Luckily,
You get.
I'm also an extremely principled person.
If this was actually Asia, he would get a
Yours ready,
beating of a
sir.
lifetime.
Coming! I'll have to get going. Have a nice evening, everyone. I'll catch you all another time.
Okay, bye-bye!
Here I am. The coffee beans are in here too.
Yep, it's all there. I'll stop babbling away now. Let's eat before the food gets cold.
Lombard. I know I haven't played this. The first it came out took some time.
Oh, too tasty. Paimon's belly is about to explode.
Bam.
Oh, mine too. I'll have to walk home to burn some of it off.
Thanks for dinner, Sir Cyrus. Master Tainari and I will bring you some homemade herbal tea next time. It'll do wonders for your sleep.
Well, I look forward to that. In fact, could I trouble you to bring a little extra for the other old folks on my street? I'll be the envy of the neighborhood.
No problem at all. I'll pack some up and bring it over.
Ah, I'll see you all later. I better head home now and tend to the crops.
Good night, Professor. Don't let those tomatoes keep you up too late.
Hey, my tomatoes are serious business. I am not about to be beaten by Zaha Hadid. Anyway, I'll be leaving now. Don't stay up too late now, children. I bid you all a good night.
Take care. Have a safe trip home.
Zaha Hadid.
All right. Now, we finally have some us time.
What do you mean, us time?
Well, I was talking with Tainari and Kale, and since we all have some free time, we thought we could all go camping together. Think of it as our way of welcoming you back to Sumeru.
Camping? Oh, that sounds fun. Paimon's in.
Right? It's been so long since we did something fun together. I can't wait.
Everyone, let's meet tomorrow afternoon at the riverbank to the southeast of Gandharvaville. No need to bring anything. We've already packed everything for the trip. Just bring your delightful selves and prepare to have some fun.
You got it. We'll be there.
Okay.
Great. Then we'll see you tomorrow.
Where am I gonna stay tonight? So next 14, I guess. 14 right there. Not right there, but you go. You know. Tuk, 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 tuk.
Time to set off. Let's head to the southeast of Gandharvaville and meet up with the others.
Southeast of Gandharvaville. Gandharva. Gandharvaville. Okay. Gandharvaville. That's a weird name. Gandharvaville. Damn. I need to clean the mic. It's like Gandharvaville. Yalla son of a. Camping site. Let's go.
Here! Wow, you guys are ahead of the game. You set up the tents already.
I'd say we're right about on schedule, actually. We were aiming to have them set up before you arrived.
Traveler, Paimon, let's go fishing together. Whatever we catch, we can grill for dinner tonight.
You got it. Dinner's on us tonight.
I never caught fish in Genshin Impact, honestly. I never even tried.
I hope I can contribute too. The other Forest Watchers gave me some fishing tips a little while ago. I'm really looking forward to giving them a try.
I saw some very appetizing mushrooms in the area, so I gathered a few for us. I'll leave them here along with some fresh fruit.
Wow, camping with a forest watcher is the way to go. They think of everything. And even if they don't, they can improvise.
And this is true. I don't think I've ever had a single rough day in this forest.
So, how has everything been going for you?
Well, there's been some high points and low points, but we've had some unforgettable experiences along the way.
I see. Oh, in that case, you should try a valberry. I bought some from the market this morning.
A valuable suggestion. Just don't bury your feelings using food.
All I wanted was to recommend something bittersweet.
Oh, I have a sudden craving for fruit tea. I'm gonna go fetch some stuff. Bye!
She ran away.
She sure made a run for it.
She ran away. She ran away. I knew.
Unbelievable. She made a run for it.
So Kale chose the path of tactical retreat. Could it be she foresaw what shall soon come to pass? My dear friend, you know what I am about to say.
You know what? Let's. Why not? I haven't played for a long time.
Excellent. A kindred spirit. A great warrior can sense when a duel is nigh. But it looks like we'll get told off if we start playing now.
We got a bite!
I'll reel it in.
Firewood, spices, snacks, and drinks. Everything's ready. Once Kale gets back, we can light up the fire and...
Yes, very sleepy. Yes. Skipped all.
There are 3 tents. Which one do you two want to take?
How about the one on the left? Well, Paimon just thinks the ambiance here is a little better.
Well, that's no good. Take my weapon. You can use it to bar the entrance.
Anyone would think you were sealing the gates to King Deshret's mausoleum.
Excellent. Then this tent will be an impenetrable fortress.
I'm back! How's your appetites? Ready for the barbecue?
Always. Oh, it smells.
Someone sure is desperate to eat. I think it's time to add the seasoning. How do you like your skewers? Well done? Medium? Rare?
Wait, what? Isn't that just for steaks?
Hey, if it works for steak, maybe it works for other things too.
Medium well for me.
Okay, these are about ready now then. It'll be a few more minutes for anyone who wants theirs well done.
Well, I'm gonna dig in.
Oh, that was so delicious. If Paimon's stomach had space, she'd eat 3 more skewers.
I ate a lot too.
If you're tired, then go rest.
You must be getting sleepy too, Paimon. Why don't you guys head to your tents? Cyno and I will clean up.
Tonight, I show you mercy. Our sacred duel will take place another day.
Good night.
Paimon's struggling to keep her eyes open.
Oh, don't forget this. The Staff of the Scarlet Sands.
Wait, you were actually being serious about that?
It's a very powerful weapon. Try it.
No, don't let me try
Paimon
it.
can't even lift that thing.
Fair enough. You sure you don't want it?
Yeah, Paimon's sure. We'll be fine. And even if we do get an uninvited guest in the night, Paimon will be here to take care of the traveler.
That's not a good sword, man. Come on! A divine artifact, slayer of countless vile monsters.
That reminds me of a parting king of invocations. I'll tell you about it tomorrow. But right now, it's time to rest. Sleep well and sweet dreams.
We should meet Nahida. We should meet Nahida. It's a must, you know. The camping trip has really relaxed me. I'm gonna sleep like a baby tonight. Okay, let's go sleep. In the place and tranquility of the forest. Where did it go? Show me.
I think they should all be here. Traveler? Paimon? Are you in there? Could you come outside for a sec?
What the hell they're doing here?
Look at this.
Look at what?
What the? What's this sword doing here? Is it supposed to keep out intruders?
I guess.
Evidently.
What? Who is it? Oh, what time do you call this? Paimon's gonna take out the sword. Yeah! Oh, hey them, Kave! What are you doing here? It's the middle of the night!
Look at his face. He's so.
Sorry to wake you up at this hour of the night, but we've got a situation on our hands.
He's so.
Let's get dressed and talk about it outside.
He's so mad.
Something has come up. And since it pertains to Cyrus and Cyno, I deemed it essential to inform you all.
Whoa, back up. Let's start from the beginning.
Wait, what? What happened? What just happened? What did? Huh? What?
Where'd the wine cups go? I could have sworn I left them here after I washed them. Ah, there they are.
I'll have a cup too.
Can you see if the cookies are still on the table?
They are. And so are the fruits.
Oh, this is so bland. I should have gotten a few bottles of what Cyno's group was drinking last night.
Do tell. What were they drinking?
Oh, right, I forgot to mention. So, I ran into Cyrus yesterday evening when I went to the tavern to pick up some things. He was hosting a dinner for Cyno, Tighnari, Kale, and the Traveler and Paimon. Anyway, they got a bottle of Lombard's new vintage for the table. At least, I think that's what it was.
Sounds like they're all tangled up in this.
You know what it's about, right? 16-year-old kid tried to extort Cyrus. He was asking for 10 million mora.
I heard some people talking about it on the streets, yes. Didn't take them long to catch the culprit. The sages are probably dealing with the case by now.
I wonder what Sir Nephis and the others will make of it. Oh, Cyrus showed me the extortion letter, too. It was crudely written, but the paper had this beautiful pattern on it that I've never seen before. Really caught my eye.
What are you talking about?
Give me a sec, I'll sketch it out for
You
you.
will what?
Okay, done. Take a look.
I'm not gonna take a look.
You see what I mean? I don't think I've ever seen writing paper like this around before. God knows where the culprit got it from.
Interesting. These are all motifs associated with the tribes of the desert.
What? Really?
Take this, for instance. Looks like an outline of a spire, similar to the kind found on some ancient palaces. And the crisscrossing and mirroring here, I recognize that too. It bears a striking resemblance to an ancient emblem. What?
Whose emblem?
It's the emblem
Of the Temple of Silence. Damn, the Temple of Silence, they say.
After discussing it with each other, we both agreed that something didn't feel right, so we went looking for you. This was a long way to come from the city. Alhaitham figured you were probably with Tainari, so Gandharvaville was our first stop. But the Forest Watchers told us that you'd gone camping. Then, just as we were heading off to the campsite, we ran into Cyno. He said he was on a supply run. We exchanged a few words, and then he ran off.
Hold on. So what's the deal with that emblem you were talking about? The Temple of Silence, you said? What is that? Should we be worried?
Is everything okay? Give me a second. Let me get Kale.
So you've never heard of the Temple of Silence? Well, to put it simply, it's an organization that has existed in Sumeru for over 1,000 years. These days, you can find a Temple of Silence office in the academia. Theoretically, it's responsible for the custody and disposal of information and documents not fit for public dissemination.
Okay, they call it the Temple of Silence. Oh wait, no. They don't, nobody knows about the Temple of Silence because it's the Temple of Silence. Everybody's silent about the Temple of Silence, so they didn't tell anybody about the Temple of Silence. In short, nobody knows about the Temple of Silence because everybody was silent. Yes.
At least, that's what they tell the outside world. In truth, it's essentially a vestigial institution nowadays. There's an office with their name on it, but it's functionally obsolete. Historically speaking, the original Temple of Silence is said to have been established by Hermanubis, one of the 7 pillars of King Deshret and the greatest of all sages. Most of the organization's members hailed from the desert. By contrast, none of the Academia Temple's current members are from the desert region, nor do they use any symbols connected with the desert folk.
So the Temple of Silence at the Academia is just a fake? Wow.
It's possible. The real question is, why? My guess is they're covering something up.
So, how do you know all this? Sounds like some pretty top secret stuff.
Did you forget? He did a stint as acting Grand Sage, and kept the pay raise even after he resigned.
Oh, yeah! Paimon did totally forget about that. So you took the chance to read all the top secret documents while you were acting Grand Sage, huh?
If you're asking me whether I familiarized myself with the documentation in my office, I would respond that that's a perfectly normal part of any job.
So much about this doesn't make sense. Why did the emblem of the Temple of Silence appear on a threat letter from an academia student to Cyrus? The student's only 16 and doesn't have any family ties to the desert. So where could he have seen that emblem or gotten the paper?
You said you ran into Cyno, yes? Did you tell him what you've just told us?
Yep. He ran off as soon as he heard what we said.
Given that Cyrus is involved, he's probably halfway through solving the case by now. Still, we should try to catch up with him. At this hour of the night, Cyno will probably go looking for Cyrus at his current residence.
If the Academia's Temple of Silence really does exist just to cover up the truth, the sudden appearance of this emblem can't be good. It's sure to stir up trouble.
Yes.
We should pay a visit to the Academia.
Yes. As the Sage of Amorta, my master ought to know the truth.
If this situation is connected to the real Temple of Silence, the emblem has to be part of a bigger conspiracy.
Kale, could I trouble you to send a message to the Core of 30? Tell them to keep an eye out, Traveler. Paimon.
Sounds like a plan.
Cyrus has been living in the city lately. He rented a place near the field so he can keep an eye on his tomato plants.
Then let's go look for him there.
Yes. That did not take time.
Here we are. This is the place.
Huh, we might be too late. Looks like nobody's home. Oh, Cyno moves fast. If he was here, he's probably long gone by now.
I know that voice. Is that Tainari I hear?
Zaha Hadi.
Ah! Professor Zahahadi!
Wow, so it really is you. My goodness, whatever is going on tonight?
We're looking for Cyno. So, he's already been here.
Yes, not long ago, in fact. He knocked on my door and asked if I'd seen Cyrus today at all. I told him the old fool left early this morning, and I hadn't heard him come back. So we went to his place, and would you believe it? He's gone. Goodness knows where to. It must have alarmed Cyno, because he took off in an awful hurry after that. He never did explain what this was all about. How serious is it?
Well, if Cyrus isn't at home... Oh, it sure doesn't sound good.
Professor, did you hear that a student recently tried to extort Cyrus?
Why, yes. When I left the house that day, I noticed he was watering his flowers in the field in complete silence. He had a piece of paper clutched in his hand, and he looked lost in thought. I could tell something was troubling him, but he wouldn't tell me what it was. If Cyno hadn't happened to visit him that day, he'd probably still be holding on to that thing. After seeing the letter, Cyno told him to contact the Corps of 30, but Cyrus was very reluctant. He claimed it would only damage his reputation. Eventually, he relented, after much persuasion from Cyno.
Huh? Cyrus didn't want to report it? Well, that's strange. When we saw him, he seemed pretty okay with the idea of the kid getting his just desserts.
As a former sage, it's possible Cyrus still has enemies at the Academia. That's why Cyno was so insistent that he report the matter to the authorities. I was there while they were going back and forth over it.
So Cyrus initially hoped to stop this from going public. But why?
Oh,
It's going deep.
dear. What on earth has that old fool gotten himself wrapped up in? Oh, I do hope he's not in danger. Oh, I almost forgot. Cyno left me this letter to pass on to you. He wrote it when he came by earlier. He realized you might come looking for him.
Thank you.
What does it say? Let Paimon take a look.
My friends. Wait. My friend. My friends. I can't. My friends, this is a rather complicated state of affair. Unfortunately, I cannot disclose more than that. I ask you to understand and accept that I had to act alone at this stage. Don't come after me. Which means, come after me. I'm in trouble.
Yep, that sounds like Cyno. Thank you, Professor. Please do not worry. We will do all we can to protect both Cyno and Cyrus. Traveler, Paimon, let's head to the Academia and regroup.
Okay, here we go. Oh well, okay. And it's gonna be down there. Well, they're not here, wait. Still not there, okay. There we go. Nope, okay. Damn. Oh. Okay, where are we going? Okay, now you messed with me. Okay. Shampos. Again. There we go. Yeah, slow. I'm sleepy as hell.
You're here? I thought you were going after... Ah, I guess you lost their trail.
We went to Cyrus's house. No one was there. Cyno got there before us, but he was long gone by the time we arrived.
He didn't say where he was going?
No, he left us a letter and told us not to go after him.
Can't say I'm surprised.
Typical Cyno. Anyway, some updates on progress on our end. I drew the emblem from memory again, but in more detail this time.
I checked some ancient texts for a similar design. The one I found was a little blurry, but the similarities in the general form and certain details were clear enough to confirm a match.
Yeah, and we're lucky we found anything at all. It turns out the emblem was all but lost to history. We scoured the entire Academia collection.
Meanwhile, Arav managed to get Uraka to disclose his source. The one who told him about Cyrus's embezzled funds was a young man from the desert. According to Uraka, he had a striking presence and was well educated.
Apparently, the two met in the tavern over a game of cards. The guy claimed to be in the city for business. Uraka was intrigued when he heard what his new acquaintance had to say, and brought up the idea of extorting Cyrus for Mora. The guy encouraged him to go ahead with it.
I see. So it could be that this person planted the paper intentionally.
So, how do we find this guy?
He doesn't know. He claims not to have seen him since that day in the tavern. The man gave him some tips on how to carry out the extortion, but from then on, Uraka was acting...
Nephis and Arav have gone to meet the Core of 30 and review the city's entry and exit records. Also, Nephis admitted that the true Temple of Silence once came to the rainforest to establish a collaboration with the Academia. But, as time went by, the sages gradually became corrupt and foolish. The Temple of Silence felt that they could no longer trust the Academia and ended the partnership. Ever since its inception, the Temple of Silence has been the guardians of King Deshret's civilization and belief system. They traveled throughout Sumeru. At its roots, it was a legitimate and reputable organization whose purpose was to guide people towards the right path.
The Academia of the day knew that the split would damage their reputation if it became a matter of public knowledge. And so, they set up a dummy organization of their own to conceal the truth.
Not only that, but they managed to keep up the charade for hundreds of years!
So how did Cyrus become acquainted with the true Temple of Silence if they left centuries ago?
I'll bet that's the question that bothered Cyno. Probably why he went after it.
Whoever is behind this, getting Uraka to extort Cyrus was only the first step of the plan. Their true goal in doing so was for Cyrus...
He must have recognized it right away. That'll be why he didn't want to involve the authorities. He probably hoped to take care of the whole thing by himself.
Since the desert is where the Temple of Silence originated...
I have to go after him.
Really? Are you sure that's a good idea, with how you respond to the heat? Why don't we send someone else?
I should be fine, as long as I bring plenty of water. Besides, I just can't shake this ominous feeling that if we don't catch up to them soon...
Everyone, I have news from the Core of 30.
Master!
Oh, so that's Nafis, Tainari's master? Oh, we're fine.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Traveler and Pilot.
Look at him.
Several independent eyewitnesses have reported seeing Cyrus and Mahamatra Cyno leaving the city at different times. Both were heading in the direction of Caravan Rebat. I was going to suggest that you join forces with the Core of 30 in this case. However, as I'm sure you've already heard from Al-Haytham and Kaveh, the Academia has made a number of decisions throughout history that I am ashamed to talk about. It may well be that no better choice was available to them, but those actions are nonetheless... I won't attempt to make you understand the Academia's perspective.
I understand where you're coming from, Master. But I'm afraid the situation might be more complicated.
Good point. If Cyrus is involved with the other side, or worse, if he's fallen into their... Everyone, we have to get Cyrus and Cyno back safely.
Need our help? Whatever you need?
Really? Wonderful. You have my most sincere gratitude.
Okay.
Arav and I will continue to follow up on Tainari.
I am. Kaveh, I'll be okay. You stay.
Well, if you're sure. Okay.
Thank you all. Arav, let's go.
Yeah,
You'd
let's
better
go.
get moving.
Arav.
Don't forget to ask for help when you need it.
Don't forget to ask for.
Will do. Let's go, Tainari. Hopefully we can catch up with Cyno before it's too late.
Knowing him, he's probably covered a fair distance already. But we still have a shot. Let's take it.
Hell yeah. Let's go. Go to Caravan River. You know what? I'm directly going to Caravan River. Caravan River.
Okay, we made it to Caravan Ribat. Where should we go next? Maybe we should ask the nearby guards if they've seen anything.
Hold on.
Is that Dia?
You sure you want to brave the desert alone? I mean, it's your choice at the end.
It's not my first time. I'll be fine.
Cyno.
If you're really going to go through with this, then at least take our advice. When you're packing for your trip, budget for 5 days more than you plan to spend out there.
Makes sense. Okay, I'll go get ready.
Got caught.
Thought we might find you here.
Red-handed.
You're trying to retrace Cyrus's steps, aren't you?
Didn't I tell you not to come after me? I thought I had a good lead on you.
Well, sorry, but we never agreed to that. Why would you go off on your own?
Nothing personal. It's just a complex situation.
Takes a special kind of person to get Cyno chasing them all the way out to Caravan Ribat. But why so coy today, huh? You only gave us his age and description. Why can't you reveal his name? Is he Sumeru's most wanted or something? Oh, also, hey guys, it's been a while.
Dia and Candace! So nice to see you. Actually, seeing all of our friends is the whole reason we're here.
You're looking well. Glad to see it.
Nice.
Candace and I came to Caravan Ribat on business. We ran into Cyno as he was asking about some elderly gentleman's whereabouts. Some people say they saw him. Guess he stood out as an older guy heading into the desert alone with just a sumpter beast in tow and very few supplies. That's gotta be one heck of a story there.
Cyno, it's okay if you can't tell us anything about the case. But let us know how we can support you. We're here to help however you need. The more people we have working on this, the quicker we'll be able to find the person you seek.
No, it's not that simple. If I'm right, he'll be doing everything he can to avoid us.
We spoke with Zaha Hadid. From what she said, it's pretty clear that he wants to try and solve this on his own. It won't be easy trying to find him in the desert when he's deliberately trying to cover his tracks.
Sounds like this is far more complex than we imagined.
Still, if he started from Caravan Ribat, the chances are that his route took him past our village. You may as well ask if anyone there has seen him.
My thanks to you both. Once this is resolved, I will find a way to repay you.
Come on. No need to get all serious. Just buy a round of drinks next time we're all in the city or something. All right, so, you all set?
Yes, we'll handle it from here. Thank you again for your help. I don't take it for granted.
All right, then we'll leave you to it. Just
How much do you want to talk? You talk a lot. You guys like to talk, huh? Go to Aru village. This is where the damn teleportation comes in handy. They talk a lot, I swear.
Hold on. There's a few things I'd like to clear up.
How much talking exactly is
Go on.
going to go on?
So, after you left the campsite, we had a longer talk.
Longer talk? Oh.
Clearly, we've only scratched the surface of the Temple of Silence question. It doesn't surprise me at all that the one in the academia is a
Do you have any connection with the temple?
I do. I trust you're all aware of the spirit that gives me my power. Hermanubis, the original. Due to my unique constitution, I was put through a number of trials in the desert when I was younger. Later, I met the professor, and he brought me to Sumeru City. But my memory of that time is, it's a good thing that Kaveh noticed the emblem on the letter. Without that, I don't know if we would have connected I did not recognize that symbol at all. Whether that's because I've never seen it, or...
Yeah, you're right. Thank goodness for Kaveh, and for all Hatham's.
But Cyrus must have recognized it right away, right? Otherwise, he wouldn't have had any qualms about...
I suspect so too. Professor has never once mentioned the Temple of Silence in conversation. And whenever the conversation turns to Hermanubis and the concept of spirit indwelling...
Well, speaking of avoiding things, you do realize, don't you, now that we've caught up?
I am, or rather, I don't see how I could manage to ditch you en route. So...
That's right. Fact is, we're coming with you whether you like it or not. So the best option now is to try to look out for each other.
Fair enough. Then at least
Works for me. All right, off we go. Let's start by seeing what the guards here can tell us.
Hello.
Stupid.
Mahamatra Cyno?
I'm looking for someone. So I'd like to
A man matching that description passed by Aru village not too long ago. He stopped by to load up on food and water and feed his sumpter beast. Then he was on his way.
Where was he going?
Let me think. He took a seat by the entrance of the village for a while, and had a brief chat with the person who came to deliver the water. He said he was headed... somewhere near an oasis, but he didn't mention which one. Do you have a map? I can mark out the direction he was heading and the best routes to any nearby oases.
I have one. Mark away.
Great. There you go.
Thank you so much. You were a great help.
You've got a really good memory.
Ah, you're quite welcome. Just doing my job. Best of luck. I hope you find him soon.
Oasis, okay. Guess I will be using this path to go to the oasis. Whatever that means. Whatever that place is. This way. Oh, come on. Oh, wait, what?
Disappear!
Stop fighting me, damn it.
Windblade!
Damn it. We need a better elemental power for the main character, Aether. Pyro country is coming off in July, I think, yeah. Hopefully they give us a better element skill this time.
Hold on. I see some people over there.
Who is that?
Do you think it's safe to ask them what they know?
Or just kill them?
Should be. I'll go.
No. I'll do it.
Why?
Huh? Why can't Cyno go talk to them? What difference does it make?
Given my background, appearance, and the way I dress, I might not be the most welcome visitor here. Just in case, it's probably better to let a more neutral party handle things.
Uh-huh.
Ah, hello there. I hope I'm not interrupting. My friend and I are looking for an elderly man who's gone missing around these parts. Any chance I could ask you a couple of questions?
Oh, a missing person, huh? Sure. What do you want to know?
Sure.
I'm just wondering if you've seen him. Let me give you the details.
So, a silver-haired guy in a long robe, culture type with thoughtful eyes, and he's traveling alone.
He'd stand out like a sore thumb around here.
Yeah, sounds like the kind of guy we'd remember if we saw him.
He's looking behind me.
Uh-oh. That guy's looking our way.
Your friend over there stands out a lot, too.
I guess.
Hey, aren't you Cyno, the General Mahamatra?
Yes, that's me.
You don't seem surprised that I recognized you.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Oh, you're the one looking for the old man who's gone missing, aren't you?
I have a bad feeling about this guy.
Someone's on edge. You don't trust me much, do you? No need to hide it. I understand why you're wary of us. Still, you came to us asking for help. Do you want it or not?
I thought you were a group of merchants. Seems I was mistaken.
Your henchmen don't look like much, but something tells me they put up a better fight than most mercenaries.
Hey, hear that, guys? You're my henchmen now.
Suits me, as long as I get paid for it.
Just cut to the chase already. I'm running out of patience.
All right. Come with me. All of you.
Where are you taking us?
Don't you want to find your friend? A silver-haired, long-robe, culture type with thoughtful eyes?
So you know where he is?
Just follow me.
Hey, he's running. Take me with you. God damn it. Follow the mysterious person. Can I kill him? Oh wait, I was going to kill him. Damn it.
And here.
What? Where are you looking? There's nothing here.
Please step back.
Ooh, something's coming out of the ground.
What the hell?
What is this enormous building doing here?
And how was it so well hidden? King Deshret's technology?
Wait, so... Hold on, who are you guys really?
Is this the Temple of Silence? So you're a member?
All good questions. There'll be plenty of time to address them later.
I thought I could kill him, but I guess not. Let's go. Now we are entering the mysterious hall. Look at this.
This is not what Paimon was expecting to find in the desert, especially not hidden right next to an oasis. Ooh, Paimon's scared. They must have kidnapped Cyrus. Do you think this...
What's wrong? Thinking about your professor?
Hey, how do you know that's our professor?
I just hope for your sake you...
Me too. Hope I haven't done anything to incur your...
How did he know he was the professor? Clearly he knows stuff. Talk to the mysterious person. Where did the mysterious person go exactly? How is the mysterious person ahead of us? The mysterious person is very mysteriously walking in front of us. Where did the mysterious person go? Right in front of us. How mysteriously the mysterious person went inside of the mysterious temple without mysteriously letting us know how mysteriously he went there. Everything I see here is mysterious. What the hell is this?
Alright, you can wait here for now. I'll inform our leader that you've arrived at the Temple of Silence. Sit tight until he comes to greet you.
At least we know this is the Temple of Silence.
So he's just gonna leave us here unattended? Maybe we're not being kidnapped after all.
They can't have been at the Oasis by chance. They were waiting for us. Whoever the leader is here, they were obviously counting on us showing up.
So this is the Temple of Silence. After leaving the rainforest, they hid themselves here?
Hey, look! That guy's coming back.
Don't worry. Someone will come and call for you soon.
What's your name?
Sorry, guess I was so delighted to see you, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Sethos. I'll be here if you need me, but I'm not planning on answering all of your questions. Other than that, you can occupy yourselves however you see fit.
So we're free to explore by ourselves?
Yep. I mean, I'm not worried about you running off. Cyrus is here. And unless I've misunderstood, you're all quite anxious to see him again.
He's right. Well, if we've got some time, we might as well take a look around.
Take a look around, he says. Wait for a bit and talk to everyone. Okay. I'm not seeing anything here. Let's see. Training gear. Big jugs. Big staircases. Statues of dogs. Food. Those fiery thingies and candles for some reason.
I never imagined that the true Temple of Silence would be hidden somewhere like this. We've passed through these parts before, but never noticed anything.
That's King Deshret's technology for you, I guess. It borders on the miraculous. Amazing to think that it's been preserved intact all this time.
We should be wary of our hosts. Still, at this point, we can be confident that the professor is safe and sound, so that's something.
Sethos.
Hey, Sethos!
Sethos.
Have you got some time to chat?
Sure. Although, I'm assuming by chat, you mean you have questions for me? I don't blame you. Anyone else would. Not often. The Temple of Silence is a place of quiet and solitude. We don't get too many visitors. Yes, that was me. Although, tricked is a stretch. He was asking everyone in the tavern about ways to make some... He insisted that nothing was off the table, even if it broke the law. So, I told him that Cyrus had embezzled a large sum of mora from...
So you framed Cyrus for...
No. That's not entirely true. Let me jog your memory. The letter just said that he had uncovered Cyrus's secret. It didn't say what secret that was. Of course. Uraka was a great accomplice, really. Very cooperative with a little bit of wine in him. did exactly what he was told. And not much of an original thinker, though. It doesn't surprise me that he struggled.
Why did Cyrus leave for the desert?
You'll have to ask him that one yourself. Certain things I can't. All you need to know is that he recognized our emblem, and it was his own choice to take the bait. Nope.
Really?
I have no need to go there. Not when the taverns are full of the Urakas of this world. Besides, we're well aware of what goes on at that place. Spies? It's not as clandestine as that. The city gates are wide open. Anyone's free to walk in. You can find out all you need to know just by walking around town and hearing the word on the street. What kind of question is that? He's the...
Right, but back at the Oasis, you can't have known who he was for sure, or you wouldn't have asked him. So, what we're really asking is...
I've lived in the desert my whole life.
Ugh, why does Paimon feel like this guy's not being
Come on, we've only just met. If I give you all the answers up front, you'll have nothing left to look forward to. Mm-hmm. Ah, here he is.
He? Wait, he?
Grandfather, the person you wish to see is here.
Well done, Sethos. Greetings, one and all. I am Ba Moon, the current leader of the Temple of Silence. I know why you are here, and I thank you for your patience.
Professor!
Cyrus, are you...
Watch what you're doing!
Oh, my apologies. We have no intention of causing you distress. But you must Cyrus owes me his life. And to the Temple of Silence, he owes a debt of gratitude. I let him go along.
I wanted to end my feud with this old bag of bones before you caught up with me. But you got here so quick. Just leave, Cyno. This is a matter between...
So that's why you didn't want to report the letter. You'd made up your mind to come here from the beginning.
Some things in life catch up with you, no matter what you do.
Cyno didn't make us do anything. We came here for the same reason he did. To rescue you. We'd appreciate you telling us the truth.
My secrets are secret for good reason.
You're afraid, aren't you? You can't bring yourself to speak of your past deeds to this. You recognized our emblem because for many years you lived among us. Indeed, you all but became one of us. You knew as soon as you saw the letter that we, not Uraka, were the ones speaking to you. It threatened you only because you know what you did. For you, Cyrus, are a traitor. You once shared your learning with us, and joined us in our mission to revive the might of Hermanubis, to bring new hope, but then you betrayed us. You bargained for your independence with your past contributions, and then you left, taking with you Hermanubis' might and the wielder of his power. We both know what I said to you that day. That as the leader, I grant you permission to leave, but that one day, the sands of time will catch up with you. And when that day comes, you must pay the price you owe.
You really know how to hold a grudge.
Hermanubis' might?
Does he mean you?
The moon is right. I came here once before. He rescued me from the brink of death once. Many years ago in the desert, when he learned that I was it was a great, daring plan, and one shrouded in secrecy. The Temple of Cyno, the moon proposed that we implant bar fragments shards of Herbanubis into the bodies of suitable vessels. If the experiment was successful, many believers volunteered themselves for the experiment. But we soon discovered that the bodies of grown adults could not withstand Hermanubis' power. In the end, one other child was identified as a suitable vessel, and his parents agreed to release him into our custody in exchange for a small fortune. These two children...
For many years, the Temple of Silence had been in possession of 2 Ba fragments from Hermanubis. As remnants of his raw power, they were exceedingly rare treasures. The test subjects were sent into a room that had been prepared for the ceremony and instructed to approach the Ba fragments, whose power had been amplified. If, after some time, the original plan was for a 3-stage experiment: resonance, implantation, and recovery and observation. As the second stage began, I realized a decision had to be made. Should we implant the fragments one at a time? This would allow us to monitor the results after the first round and adjust our plan accordingly. Or alternatively, we could implant each fragment in a different vessel at the same time and compare their effects. But as I was deliberating, both Ba fragments suddenly became active. They glowed with a light we had never seen before. I knew that if they were not implanted right away, they would disintegrate and be gone from the world. Our 2 vessels had both displayed great promise by successfully resonating with the fragments. Under the to preserve our faith and our power.
Ultimately, I ended the...
In recognition of your past contributions, I chose not to send someone to hunt down and kill you both. Your lives were spared. I have always wanted to see you, Cyno. Losing you and your Ba fragment dealt us.
I see.
Look, in essence, I borrowed your Ba fragment for a decade or so. And now you are seeking justice. But you cannot lift a finger against Cyno. He is the General Mahamatra. Your actions would be seen as a
I'm sure you don't remember anymore, dear Cyno, but you've met us all before. You were so young then, when we all gathered around. You and he, Sethos. As a follower of Hermanubis, I have allowed this power to remain in the rainforest for far too long. Now, it is time to...
That power is not yours to reclaim.
You are wrong. Cyno was chosen, but he was not the only one.
So those are your terms for freeing the professor?
Despise me all you want. My sins are my own. The Temple of Silence is an innocent party. It is because of my foolishness all those years ago that the Temple's glory has waned. And now...
So what you're saying is, the power of 1 Ba fragment is not enough? You're asking me to return the one in my possession, so it can...
Divine power causes great suffering to those who wield it.
He is no longer a small child. But regardless, this burden is ours to bear. And your objections mean little, given that you turned your back.
Both my heart and mind are telling me that what you are proposing is a terrible idea.
Don't listen to him, Cyno.
I know. But if this is a question of your...
Sorry to interrupt, but in my view, there are a number of contentions here that still need... Say that Cyno refuses to return his power, and you also refuse to release Cyrus. Then, we are at an impasse. I find it hard to believe that you went to all this effort without planning for that. You're trying to gauge where we stand while keeping your remaining cards close to your chest. Well, my stance is, put the rest of your
Wait, those ears. So, we have a descendant of the Valukashuna in our midst. Splendid. Fate smiles upon us after all. Everything we have longed for, Hermanubis will provide. Perhaps this very day we'll...
Hey! The old man gonna die!
Why is he coughing so much?
Pamoon, you...
Take our leader back to his room. Grandfather, I know what... I don't like to drag out conversations. Had Cyrus not stopped the experiment all those years ago, the plan would most likely have been a success. The wisdom of Hermanubis would have been ours. Still, it's no use talking about what-ifs. I'm not like my grandfather. The Temple of Silence has a grand legacy and a sacred duty to fulfill. So it's somewhat inevitable for the leader to... But I see things a little differently. I don't believe the temple has the same stature that it once did. Time has worn away at its prestige, so I'm not going to force your hand. You're all free to leave. Except for Cyrus.
You have courage and wise judgment, kid. Reminds me a lot of Pamoon in his younger years. I truly wish that the temple would take an objective look at the academia of today. You've been to the city, and things will only continue to improve. Why not?
If you hadn't betrayed my grandfather, I might well be open to persuasion. But it's a bit...
Tainari made a good point earlier. He said there has to be more to your plan. All you and Ba Moon are after is the Ba fragment. The professor will accept whatever fate you deem fit for him out of a sense of guilt. Ultimately, you want to trade the Ba fragment.
I'm glad to see you're giving it some
I won't forsake my professor. Nor do I intend to run from a problem.
That works. Then, oh, my grandfather still has a fair few things he wants to say.
Are you sure about negotiating with him?
I need to think this through. Everyone, let's meet again later tonight.
Alright, well, don't...
Okay. I guess it's either his power or Sage of Sages. Hell yeah! That's a mission we are doing right now. Sage of Sages, he says. Now that's a name. Wait. Yeah, need Sage of Sages. So, we're gonna wait 20 something. Okay, let's go. Lock. Oh, wait. Wait. When they say 20, did them... Wait. Wait until night time. Oh. So is this 20? Not that long. There we go. Sage of Sages. I went to the gym, by the way. It took a little while. Oh, who the hell is this? She hot. Actually, no, she looks the same. Every NPC looks the same. We also got coffee. Talk things over with their companions. Okay. Also got Horlicks biscuits.
I've taken some time to reflect on this. If I had to guess, Professor Cyrus came to the desert knowing that he would almost certainly never return. He's a stubborn man who tends to double down when he feels strongly about something. We won't get anywhere trying to convince him to escape.
I agree. My master Nephis says the same thing. Once Cyrus makes up his mind about something, he won't listen to reason.
So that's one thing. A few other things come to mind too. You've heard all you need to hear about the Temple of Silence. So on that, I don't have anything to add. My own memories of this place are hazy though. Probably something to do with the overpowering presence of the Ba fragments.
Ba fragments.
That might explain why I suffered from constant headaches and fevers as a child. I do remember having some fleeting moments of profound emotion when vague images would appear in my mind. But I don't recall much, only bits and pieces. I was still young then, and all I could understand was that there was a strong will inside my mind. Thinking back on it now, I suppose it was Hermanubis' way of trying to encourage me, even if we couldn't communicate. The power that came to inhabit my spirit was probably one of the cornerstones of their whole faith. So if the will and might of Hermanubis is a real, intangible thing, and they are its rightful worshippers, then...
You're not gonna give in to their demands, are you? Surely there has to be another way.
Don't make any rash decisions, Cyno.
No. I have no intention of returning it. I need this power to protect Sumeru. But the temple has the right to make the final decision over its fate, since it belongs to one of the 7 pillars of King Deshret. So I will challenge them head-on, and win the right to wield this power for myself. Fair and square.
Okay, we are fighting the other one, I guess.
This reminds me of something Alhaitham mentioned to me just before we left. He said that the Temple of Silence was originally founded by the ruling elite of the day. Traditionally, such organizations are bound by a strict and ancient code of nobility. Kaveh has made similar observations about the desert tribes from his work trips there. He says many of them have their own internal rules.
Okay.
They talk about the importance of never dishonoring their tribal bonds, or the rules laid down by their ancestors. I think we could turn that to our advantage. Go back to them with a proposal of our own.
Okay.
Wow, and just like that, we've turned the tables on them.
Yeah.
Looks like we have the same idea.
Of course.
Turn it back on them now while we still can, in terms that they cannot refuse.
Great.
Let's go. Understood what to do. Let's talk to Sethos. Whatever his name is. That's the wrong way. Those are some big plants. In the desert. That's weird. I thought desert only had cactuses or some shit. Oh, here we go. It's this way, right? Yep, it's this way. What are those candles made with? Here we go.
Sethos, let's talk.
Have you made up your mind?
We'll get to that, but first, I have some degree of medical training, so I was wondering if you might let me take a look at your grandfather?
I have no objections, although we do have our own doctors here. I doubt you'll be able to tell us anything we don't already know.
Only one way to find out.
Follow me. Keep your voices down. We don't want to disturb him.
I like that man's eyes. It's like, in a weird way, kinda unique, you know?
Let's talk outside. Bamoon has fallen into a deep coma, and his prognosis is quite grave. I'm sure that your physicians have come to the same conclusion. He appears to have sustained a serious injury in his youth, which has been exacerbated over the years by the heavy burden of work and now by the effects of old age. Regretfully, I must inform you that, based on what I've seen with patients in a similar condition, he doesn't have long left. A few days at most.
Yeah. I've known for a long time.
You're his heir, aren't you? You clearly have a lot of respect for the man. But you also see things differently. You have a broader range of concerns and a more pragmatic approach. So tell me how we can end this on your terms. Let's find a way to bring all this to a resolution while Bamoon is still alive to see it. That's what really matters to you. I know it.
Yeah, there's no time to waste here. You know that better than anyone.
Ethos.
You know,
Good
the
name.
two of you are actually in a very similar predicament right now. Both of you have a very different perspective from the men who raised you.
Right. And you didn't create this situation. They did, but somehow you've ended up having to make the tough decisions.
You're right. We both look at this problem very differently than the people we inherited it from. I accept, Cyno. This all began because of Hermanubis. So let's end it with the rite he himself created. Legend has it that when Hermanubis first arrived in Tuletula,
Little.
He sparred with the city's residents.
He did?
He and his two companions proved their mettle by fighting over several days.
But they did?
Winning the support of many fine people.
How strong was he?
That group of supporters were some of the first members of the Temple of Silence. And the sparring matches were enshrined as one of our founding rights. The right of duels.
The right of duels, okay.
That's where it all began.
Okay, the right of duels.
Sounds very fitting. I'm in.
As a fellow vessel of Hermanubis, your ties to the Temple of Silence run deep. So I will permit you to participate in this rite, along with your chosen companions.
Oh, let on
3 against 3. Sounds good.
However, I have some additional terms. As the challengers, you must win all 3 of your fights to win. And Cyno, both of us must put our Ba fragment on the line. The winner takes them both.
Oh no.
Letting Cyrus leave with one of the Ba fragments was a mistake, made by my grandfather out of pity. It is a long-standing issue that must be addressed for the Temple of Silence to move forward. I can make no concessions on that front.
None needed. We're on the same page. If I win, the Temple of Silence must release Cyrus, and consider this past dispute resolved. If you win, I'll return my power to you.
It's a deal. Then let's meet at the ceremonial hall tomorrow evening.
Tomorrow evening.
8 o'clock.
8. We are fighting. Let's go. Talk to Cyno. Okay, where are you? Where do you go?
Well, after how that went, there's definitely no turning back now.
There never was. Turning back hasn't been an option for me since the moment the professor slipped away to return to the desert.
You have to win. You need this power, both as General Mahamatra and for yourself.
Yeah, that's right! Besides, it stayed with you ever since you were a small child. Surely that's a sign it thinks of you as its rightful owner.
Both as General Mahamatra and for myself. Yeah, when you put it that way. I've had to overcome a lot to tame this power and claim it for myself. Not everyone could have done that.
Exactly!
Yeah, let's not get sidetracked. We gotta focus on winning.
The Traveler and I?
And neither shall. The desert was home to an ancient and great civilization that, for a variety of reasons, fell out with the civilization of the rainforest. It's just, but there must be personal factors at work here too. I can't shake the feeling that Bamoon cares for many more things than he lets on. And I don't think that Sethos is any kind of villain. Tomorrow.
Damn. It feels wrong. It's so right that it feels wrong. Wait until the next day, 20. Okay. Next day, right on the dot. Hey. Now we wait. It's noon. It's evening. Middle Eve, let's go. Go to the ceremonial hall. Whatever that is. Oh. Oi, 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 oi. Oi, oi, no. No. Come on. There he is, ready to duel. Let's go.
We gather on this day to perform once more the rite of duels, with the greatest of all sages, Lord Hermanubis, as our witness, for his power and authority is present in our midst. This is our most sacred of ceremonies, and no disruption from the audience shall be tolerated. It is incumbent upon all to observe the duel with the utmost respect and reverence throughout the proceedings. Representing the Temple of Silence, the defenders.
Oh, there he is.
Grandfather, you're here.
A rite of duels after all these years. I am surprised by your decision, Sethos.
I feel like he's gonna die on that throne.
I know what I'm doing, Grandfather. Just leave it to me.
He's gonna die on that throne, isn't
Representing the Academia, the challengers.
Okay.
Ready. We will fight to have our voices heard.
Warriors, take your positions and decide on the order of battle. We come not to debate what brings our challengers here, nor what will become of the defeated duelists. Duelists, the might of Hermanubis himself is at stake here. Now, fight.
Huh? Are you sure?
I agree. He's very strong. Sending him out first will definitely intimidate the...
Okay, then you...
Sure.
Hey, you're going second?
We
third?
have decided.
You're going
So
last.
have we.
Where are the we that you speak of?
Duelists of the first bout, please step forward.
Oh, not with that sword. Please, no. Leave it to me. Okay. 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 My mouse is very wily, by the way. Weird.
Don't forget, safety first! Hey, you there! You better play nice with them or Paimon will make you regret it!
Little bit too much chatter from the audience over there.
Hey!
Wait, that's
A
it?
swift end to the first bout. I now invite, when you're both ready...
That was it?
Let's begin.
Wait, that was it?
Watch out!
Why this? Why me?
He drank plenty of water before the bout, so he should be fine.
Apparently I can't lose.
I hear everything.
Oh, that's it, okay. Yeah, that was quick.
Thus ends the second bout.
I'm ready.
So am I.
This is the final stage of the rite. I remind you both that the terms you agreed upon in advance are binding. When you're both ready, you may begin.
Yeah.
I am Sethos, vessel of Hermanubis, grandson of Bamoon, the leader of the Temple of Silence. For many years, we have kept our covenant with Lord Hermanubis by guarding the secrets of King Deshret. And even in our darkest hour, when we could not see a way forward, we chose not to abandon hope, but to embark on a brave new experiment so that we might prevail. We earnestly sought Lord Hermanubis' wisdom and power, longing to see his spirit and his light descend upon us. Now, I will fight to become the rightful wielder of that power!
I am Cyno, General Mahamatra of the Academia, student and successor of Cyrus, the Sage of Spontamod. I fight in defense of my power, my professor, and my nation.
Holy.
And you. I think you left some things unsaid. This is a sacred duel, and Hermanubis is watching. So bare your soul.
Bare your soul.
Everyone, old and young, fit and frail, they're all waiting to see how this duel will end. My grandfather is a wise leader. He is also known to be a ruler who is not afraid to get blood on his hands. I understand his beliefs well. and I know what he expects of me. But our faith has held us back for too long. After I grew up, I went to the rainforest once, and I saw for myself the people of the city. Times have changed. The people of Sumeru are happier and more free now than in the past. I thought about this as I stood at one of the tallest points in the city, gazing down at the streets below. Then I thought of you, Cyno. You and I both wield the same power, but the lives we lead could not be more different. Each Ba fragment of Hermanubis stands for something different. Might, glory, or one of many other secrets that have yet to be revealed. I once thought that the nature of our fragments must be what makes us so different from one another. But maybe it's that you've found your answer, and I am still searching for mine.
I am more than just a warrior. I am my own person.
Exactly.
The traveler needs some abs.
The name Hermanubis has left its mark on both of us, shaped the course of our lives.
So inspiring.
We are his vessels, and yet we are more besides.
Yes.
So show me your answer, Cyno. Show me I can be more than my faith, more than the power I wield. Show me the person I can become.
I shall. Let's go.
Bring it on.
Hell yeah. Oh, cutscene. Okay. Damn. White and violet, huh? Damn. Wow.
That's all you've got? What happened is searching for your answer. Fight's over. Do you yield?
Wow.
You won.
Wow.
Well then, looks like you found your answer.
I give his glory to you.
I've seen that light.
What's that?
That is the light of our Lord, the great Hermanubis, priest over all other priests. His spirit dwells within that lightning, and his will lives on. Once a warrior of Tynar, he emerged from the barren desert sands to serve the god king Al-Ahmar.
Okay.
After the death of the god king, Hermanubis gathered his followers and the Tainarian priests and led them to the city of Tula. There, they founded the Temple of Silence, and from that day forth, we became stewards of all knowledge that survived from King Deshret's civilization. Barely a century passed before war ravaged the desert. One by one, Eremite leaders took up arms against each other in battles that would devour what little remained of their civilization. Only the wise city of Tula was spared under the guiding hand of the Tainarians. But peace did not last. Coveting the knowledge of King Deshret, the beasts set their eyes on Tula. The king of Gurabad laid siege to the city and ordered the sages to surrender to him the Temple of Silence as proof of his victory. The ruling elite colluded with their oppressors, betraying the temple so as to hold on to their rule over the city. They declared that the knowledge guarded by the temple was the true cause of corruption. These were dark days, and we faced enemies on all sides. Our Lord had long since exhausted his strength, keeping the forbidden knowledge introduced by King Deshret at bay. To ensure the temple's continued survival, he broke his being into many pieces and began the ceremony of Hermanubis' legacy, bestowing his power upon his mortal followers.
Holy shit.
With this power, the temple was able to defeat the tyrant's army. Yet, we were not hailed as heroes. Strange and unfamiliar as this power was, it struck fear into the people's hearts and drove them to reject us. In the end, the people of the temple and the Tula Tainarians left the city for good and made their way to the rainforest. What followed next was inevitable. The elite of Tula fell and were decimated. War engulfed the desert. And we wandered from place to place, always in hiding, all the while keeping close watch over our secrets and staying true to our mission. Betrayal forced us out of the desert and into the forest. Then mistrust drove us from the forest into the desert once more. We have lived in exile for far, far too long.
Oh,
Yet,
no.
today, the Temple of Silence has borne witness to the glory of Hermanubis once more. Thank you.
No, that's sad. So what, Cyno got a power up now?
How is it? Do you feel okay?
So what, Cyno got a power up, is that it? And yes, I knew it. He's gonna die on the throne. It's the classiest way to die. Yep. Respect. Respect to the man who bore witness, who bore the responsibility of a fallen nation, of a fallen country. He who stood there alone, trying to recover a country that will never be.
Grandfather.
Salute. You, Sethas, and the other members of the temple bid farewell to Banon. Sad.
Hey, Sethos.
I know. I'll miss him.
I guess you were prepared for this.
Yeah, he's been on death's door for a very long time now. At least, he was able to see...
What's next?
Per my grandfather's last wishes. the Temple of Silence should submit to whoever possessed.
But that's never going to work. As I'm sure you realize, I did foresee this possibility and I gave it some thought. The fact is, I know next to nothing about the staff, records, and environment here. Ask Sethos. Were it not for this duel, or indeed if you had other intentions, the Ba fragments would most likely be in your hands by now. I'm sure Bamoon never meant... I do.
Still, I didn't think Bamoon looked very surprised by the final result.
Well, in any case, since the Ba Sethos, I would like you to succeed Bamoon as the new leader of the Temple of Silence. You are more suited to the role than I, and I have complete faith that you will be an excellent leader.
But doesn't that render everything that we've been through up to now meaningless?
No, it doesn't. This experience has allowed us to become friends, which means that the Academia and the Temple of Silence will become partners once more. That's a much bigger deal than you might think, Sethos. You said yourself, times have changed. You have to believe that things can change for the better here at the Temple too.
I will try. To be honest...
Actually, part of me wonders whether Bamoon's intentions from the very beginning was just to create enough pressure to force us towards a duel. That way, no matter who won, one of us would have to surrender our Ba fragment. And the power of... Had you won, the Temple of... And were I to win, he correctly anticipated that I wouldn't suddenly drop everything to become the leader of the Temple, much less integrate the Temple. He knew that the Temple's future would depend not just on the guidance of Hermanubis, but the support of the Academia too. So he made it his responsibility. His plan meant that whoever ended up succeeding him, they would have an easier time interacting with the Academia. With one single letter, he lured out the professor.
And here I thought the General Mahamatra wouldn't care for all these. You're absolutely right. Grandfather and I considered this from every angle. We had to find a way to mend our relationship with the Academia.
Oh, so they planned it.
In that sense, the right of duels. Thank you for everything, Cyno. As a gesture of our gratitude, to those that you and Lesser Lord Kusanali deem worthy,
Wait.
I will grant the honor of access to the Temple of Silence for their pursuit of knowledge.
Wait.
The Temple of Silence has a wealth of information on King Deshret's civilization, more than any other organization in existence today. In times when you need information that only we can provide, we will be here to support you.
Wait, so I wanted to talk about... He knew Lesser Lord Kusanali. How? Wasn't he supposed to forget her, or am I missing something? Wait, I think he's not supposed to know Lesser Lord Kusanali.
But you must be exceedingly careful with your selection of candidates, lest you lead humanity to repeat the same mistakes. By the way, Tainari, my grandfather was so happy to see you. You are a descendant of the Veluka Shuna, and we are the heirs to the will of Hermanubis. The story goes that King Deshret chose the sage Hermanubis from among the Tainarians and appointed him as his familiar. He went on to fight many valiant battles with his Tainarian companions. They always stood by each other, from the founding of the Temple of Silence to the fall of Tuletula. The Tainarians who left Tuletula joined their human counterparts in the rainforest. A few centuries later, when some of the group returned to the desert, many of the Tainarians chose to stay and put down roots in the rainforest. In all likelihood, those were your ancestors.
How fascinating. My father once mentioned that I was named after the Tainarians, but I never knew that my forebears had such a history with the Temple of Silence.
I like this story.
Temple of Silence. Every time I listen to that name, it feels like Temple of Science. I mean, think about it. Think about it. All that science they have used to make all that stuff. Temple of Silence more like Temple of Science.
By the way, has anyone seen Cyrus?
Yes. Cyrus. You'll probably find him in my grandfather's room. He wouldn't show it in front of me, but I think he still has many fond memories of my grandfather.
If it's true that you and your grandfather really planned for everything to turn out this way, then I guess he didn't really resent Cyrus as much as he appeared to.
Who knows? Perhaps all of us. You, me, and Cyrus. We're all just pawns in my grandfather's plan to set things straight. He was awful like that.
Someone's got to make the decisions when history is at a crossroads. I will make a detailed report on all of this to Lesser Lord Kusanali, and arrange for an official delegation from the Academia to come and meet you in the desert. I'm sure you'll have lots to attend to in the days ahead. But once things return to normal, please come and visit the rainforest again. You should stay for a few days this time, and start to build some relationships. If we're going to work together, both sides have to get to know one another better.
I will. All right. Well, bye for now, everyone. I'll be seeing you.
See you soon. Come hang out with us anytime.
That was sad. That was sad. In another way. In a different way. Return to the Academia. Sethos, I will remember you, my friend. Oh, look at that, Temple of Silence. Okay. So it's gonna be there? Oh yeah. Oh, now it's there. What the hell? Anyway. So not much important, huh? If you're willing to remove it like that. Here we go. We're going somewhere now. We're going into that thing, I guess. I'm going there again. Okay. Anyway, we're going down. Bam! Shortcut. Stuck. Ah, there we go. Oh no! Don't climb. Shortcut. Shortcut. Oh. Ariana Grande, huh? Shortcut. Shortcut. And we're here. Let's go. Sick. It's nighttime, but sick. What is that? Sick. Oh. Nesia or something.
What were you thinking gallivanting off into the desert alone at your age? What if you take the bucket, You told not a soul what you were up to, designated nobody to handle your affairs, and left everyone scrambling frantically to try and figure out how on earth to clean up the colossal mess you'd made.
Oh, please, will you stop your yelling? What other choice did I have?
What do you mean, what other choice? Do you mean to tell me that after all your years of learning, and sagehood no less, the only idea you could conjure up in that white-haired walnut of yours was to shoot off into the unknown like some hot-headed 20-year-old one-man suicide mission, That's the best idea that one of the finest minds of a generation could come up with, is it? It astounds me that you survived the journey, and you're lucky that Ba Moon didn't finish you off when you—
All right. Honestly, the way you're going off on me, it's like you wish you'd been there to lend him a hand. Does it mean—
I've got nothing more to say. What's the point of berating it?
What do you mean, bag of bones? I'm a flesh and blood hero. Okay, look. Fine, I admit—
1 month—
Inari's master is really laying into Cyrus. Let's—
Professor brought this on himself. Don't pay any attention to him.
Did they travel us we are too young?
Wow, I haven't seen Master get this riled up in a— The last time he chewed someone out like this must have been back when I was still—
I think I'll go around and update everyone. Tell them the situation. We can go for dinner after.
Makes sense. I'm in.
Free food is free food.
Paimon's coming too. What?
I like his way of thinking. Free food is free food. Anyway, that's that. Who's that? Madam something.
Hey, Kale.
Wait. Madam.
You're back.
Faruzan,
Look
damn
who
it.
we have here. Would you mind explaining to me what has been going on this past few days? I heard you all ran off into the desert and got embroiled in a major catastrophe.
All taken care of.
That does not answer my question. How could you be so careless? That goes for you as well. Yes, and you too. When you run into problems, you really ought to ask for help, you know? I've been around the block. Don't you think it would have made sense to involve me? And let's not forget, I know the desert like the back of my hand.
Now would not be a good time to attempt to argue with Farazan.
You're right.
Mm-hmm. It's not the first time that I've had to talk to you about this sort of thing either. You need to learn that there are times when the right thing to do is get a more experienced member of staff involved. Do I make myself...
Kale, please do something.
He's giving me the signal. All right, guess it's time to play my ace in the hole. Say, Madam Farazan, I can see you're pretty upset, but, I was just wondering...
Huh? Wait, did I hear that right? Kale, you remember? Wonderful. Well, of course the offer still stands.
Madam Faruzan.
Poor Kale getting dragged off like that. Also, check out Faruzan acting like some sort of a fish.
Kale! Cup.
Huh? What?
What do you mean, cup? You need a cup. I can get you a cup.
Oh, it's nothing. Just Master's way of reminding me to stay hydrated while I'm out and about.
I would go with A cup.
It's code for let's reconvene at the cafe.
Or B.
Tainari and I used it while we were in school, and it's become something of a family tradition now.
What the hell?
Oh, that's kind of fun.
What the hell?
Mm-hmm. 2 people left.
We're going on a dinner party? Follow Cyno. Where the hell are you going? Okay, damn. I wanna call Nahida. Let's go call Nahida. They won't let me climb that up, huh? Gotta do it manually. Hey, oh, no. Don't jump off. Here we go. That was not my way of doing things. Anyway. Slimes, huh? We're still going. Ah, Kave. Let's call Kave. And
Am I
Al-Haytham.
hallucinating? Or do I see Kave and Al-Haytham engaged in diligence?
We're just reorganizing all the books we used. Look.
There's no rush. Nobody reads the...
My sincere thanks to you both.
Yes, with your help, we resolved the issue rather swiftly and painlessly.
Okay. Cyno informs Al-Haytham and Kave of everything that happened in the desert. Okay, they do. Okay.
I see. The Temple of Silence resorted to rather unique means of self-preservation. It explains how they managed to remain hidden for so...
And it sounds like they managed to preserve a whole load of ancient documents as well. I'd love to go check those out if I ever had the chance.
That day will come. The Temple of Silence is a hugely important organization, and we'll be sure to maintain good relations with them in the future. Now, as a token of my appreciation, I'd like to treat everyone to coffee.
Sounds good.
Why coffee?
Yeah, sounds great. Although, after the last few days, I don't know if I...
Sure.
Okay, let's go. Coffee it is. Where are we going? Go to the cafe. Okay. You say it, I do it. That's my job right now. You say it, I do it. These missions are wildly big. And exciting. And big. Check out my pen. Big. Hi, madam. I can play the tune. Here we go.
And then the traveler just pounced on their opponent and knocked him right out cold.
There were two
Then there was
opponents, by the way.
Tainari. He put up an amazing fight too. We ended up winning all 3 bouts.
Hey.
Whoa. Part of me wishes I'd been there to see it, but I'd have been biting my nails off worrying.
A truly edifying account of the events. Bereft of detail,
Hey, Paimon included all the juicy details. The Traveler just pounced and then waved their sword like this, then spun around and blocked.
Despite winning 3 bouts in a row, you still ceded the position of leader to him. That's very dignified of you, Cyno.
Of course. Being dignified.
I got to be a champion too for once. I've not sparred much with desert folk before. It was a pretty unique experience.
Desert folk, you... The venue was pretty impressive too, a very ceremonial affair.
Yeah! Huge place! It felt like something right out of an epic poem! Imagine this. It was like there was...
I fought like forest fungi and mechas. How the hell was that what the hell?
Maybe save that one for later, Paimon.
Dessert's
here.
Everyone enjoys each other's company and they don't know what the university.
I think that'll do me for today.
Shall we stop off at the House of Dana again before heading home? We should probably...
My thoughts exactly. See you around.
I should get going as well. See you all later. Make sure you get some...
I need to go say thanks to the Core 30 for their help. Also, Sir Nephis says he wanted to introduce me to some of the Academia's work processes. So, I got a dash too.
Kali's come a long way. She's much more confident at...
Everyone's a work in progress. You never...
Yeah, true.
Oh yeah, she never... Oh yeah, she was shy with people, I remember. Damn. And I think that ends the mission? Quest? Shadow of Doubt? That's the sound of it's finished. No, that's not the sound of it finished.
That was good. It feels like everything's finally wrapped up now.
We can take that was good and make it into
Moments
something
when you
else.
can finally relax and hang out with good friends after a job well done. And
then
also, those desserts Cyno got, they were really good.
Mm.
Paimon definitely needs more of those in the future.
Oh hell yeah. Why is Paimon's voice so naughty all of a sudden? Is it just me?
Do you 3 have anything planned for the rest of the day? If not, would you come somewhere with me?
Sure.
That's a secret for now.
Okay. I think I can guess what you're talking about.
Well, now Paimon's curious.
If everybody knows, it's not a surprise. So where are we going? Back to the place. Cyno. Oh. He means the top of the tree. It's a good place, honestly. Yeah. Agreed. It's a good place. He means the top of the tree. It's a good place. Oh yeah. Damn.
Been a while since I last made my way up here.
Oh, look at this place! We're so high!
Need any help?
I'm actually a tree climbing champion. Tree climbing, I climbed that mountain right there. Yeah.
What a great view! We're so high up, we can see for miles!
Traveler.
Because of my ram, yes. Yeah.
Turn around.
No, I will not. Oh, yeah, I did. Is that now? Oh, good scene. Hell yeah. It's beautiful.
This is my secret base.
It's beautiful.
Somewhere I only bring my best friends. When I was a student, I used to slip away and climb up here all the time, just to clear my head. I was quite young then, and hadn't made too many friends yet. Back then, I had a lot of the same questions that Sethos was asking. Who am I? Why do I have this power? And what should I be fighting for? Our gifts help us to find our rightful place in the world. That was my experience. And I'm sure Sethos will figure things out in his own time, too.
You will remain in as long as the power endures. You will remain inextricably linked to the temple. What the hell does that mean? Inextricably. Inextractably.
You two really are like brothers.
Oh, yeah, we are.
I feel the same way.
You're one tough cookie, Cyno. You're a truth.
Of course.
I still remember one time when we came up here to chat and do our homework. Cyno accidentally dropped a fruit. Luckily, he had...
That was the one and only time. Nothing will ever slip through my...
Those were good...
You know, Paimon really shouldn't be able to imagine Cyno doing something like that, but for some strange reason, the mental image is coming through clear as day.
Then make it stop. There's somebody there. It's Professor Cyrus. You guys carry on without me. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Huh? Hey, you're not supposed to jump down! Be careful!
Wait, wait, what? So it's still not okay. This is oh wow, look at that. Oh wow, look at that. This is a good scenario.
Oh my days. I can't believe how stupid I look in this one.
Professor, what are you muttering to yourself about?
Cyno, just the man I'm looking for. Guess what I found in some old notebooks?
Some old photos?
Can you believe it? This notebook was just sitting in a pile of odds and ends in the sage's office. I must have forgotten to take it with me, and no one's touched it since. It was still right there. I was at the academia earlier to discuss my workload with Nephis. I swung by the old office to have a look around and just happened to cross it. Well, time flies. Look how tiny you are in this picture. Still a kid.
You look quite young yourself in that one. Ah, it's this one. I remember that. Lisa took it, didn't she?
Yep. Looks like her work, all right. Who else could have found just the right angle to make me look so unbelievably hideous?
And this one. Looks like we're both dozing off.
Oh, cheeky girl. Taking secret photos of us without our knowledge.
Is there something you'd like to say to me, Professor?
Yes, Professor, tell me.
Like what? Like, these are good photos, aren't they? Hey, at moments like this, I hardly know where to begin. I can't pretend I'm a good person. But Moon had every reason to despise me. And well, so do you if you feel the same way.
Don't be ridiculous, you old codger.
Is that not what you wanted me to say? Oh, I've dreamt of that place many times after leaving the desert. Sometimes I've dreamed that I was doing research with them again. And other times, I dream of the day they saved my life. Oh, it was one of the happiest times of my life. We all learned so much from one another. You've matured so much over the years, Cyno.
Since you're my professor, I should save you some face by not calling you out on all the non-answers you just gave. So, I will do the right thing and keep my mouth shut.
Good thinking. Take your own advice next time. Seriously, why bully an old man like me? I thought heroes were supposed to be gracious.
Hero?
Hey, wait, how did I not notice this one earlier?
Which one?
Lisa strikes again. Just how many did she take?
What the?
Look how cute you were when you were little.
Lisa took those?
I remember how well-mannered you were back then, too.
Yeah, and look how serious and professional you used to be.
Oh, I can't compete with you anymore. First you get better than me at the deadpan jokes, and now you're besting me at those little quips, too.
That's where he learned them?
Don't say that. I still have a lot of respect for you.
That's more like... Hey, what would you say to meeting up?
I'd like that.
All right, I'll add it to my schedule. Wait, no. Next week is the tomato growing competition. I have got to beat Zaha Hadid.
Zaha Hadid!
Or you could find a real hobby.
Tomato growing is a real hobby. That's it. I guess in the Act 3 they are going to go visit Mondstadt, and we will also go to Mondstadt. That would be good. That would be a good mission, huh? We would get to meet like Amber and everyone, huh? I just wanna have another story quest of Amber. That's all I want. Just another story quest of Amber. Give me. Anyway, let me do this. Okay, so okay. Listen to me. That's it. That's it. See you tomorrow. I mean, maybe in the future. Anyway. Salhoro, Pedoro, Pedasta. That's not a language. Tunis has that.